cold pack. Now, if you suffer from a spinal, that is back and neck pain or joint pain, this is a very common confusion that you might have faced at some or the other point. Most of the people get confused about when should you use a hot pack and when should you use a cold pack. So let's talk more about how a hot pack or a cold pack works, what are the benefits of both, and that'll give you a bit of clarity as to when you should use one or the other. Now, before we jump into the topic for today, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is back, neck, and joint pains. I do this by using simple exercises, easy lifestyle changes, some tips, tricks, and hacks. And I also guide you about non toxic, natural products that I have used along my spinal and joint pain journey. All right, so let's get back into the topic for today. That is, when should you use a hot pack or a cold pack? Now, if you look at your blood vessels, right? So these are like flexible rubber pipes. So, what happens when you apply heat to a rubber pipe? The rubber pipe will expand. Similarly, I mean, this is a very simplified version of it, but similarly, when you apply heat to a certain part of your body, say if I have pain in my back and I have applied heat to the area, the blood vessels in that area would slightly dilate. So there is a rush of blood coming through because the blood vessel is, the diameter of the blood vessel has increased beyond what it was. And because of this rush of blood, there is an increased circulation to the area. So, in turn, what happens is there is increased flexibility in those muscles, yes, but also there is a relaxation effect on these muscles because there's more blood flow to the area. The muscles are able to relax. And this is quite beneficial when you have a muscle spasm or you feel that stiffness, especially for those of you who feel the stiffness in your neck or your back or your joints when you wake up. So when you wake up, if say when you go for a hot shower and you feel better after the hot shower, or when you go for a sauna or a steam and you feel better, then probably a hot pack will suit you better for this problem. So when you have a muscle spasm, the muscle basically is in a shortened, tightened position. And because the heat will relax the muscle, it will help to ease out that muscle spasm. And that is how the hot packs help you to relieve that pain. So, in contrast to this, let's look at the cold packs. Now, for a cold pack, what happens is when you apply cold to a blood vessel, it will constrict or narrow down. So, when the blood vessel constricts, there is less circulation to the area, so less blood flow to the area. So if there is a swelling or an inflammation in the area, there will be a reduction in the existing blood flow, and then the body is able to wash out that swelling that is already present in the area because the blood the blood is not rushing into that area. Now, just a step back, what is inflammation? So inflammation is nothing but the cumulative term for heat, redness, swelling, uh, loss or reduction of function, and I mean, when you touch the area, it feels a little warmer than the rest of the surrounding areas. These five signs together are known as inflammation. So we are looking at the swelling and the pain aspect here. So when there is inflammation in the area and you put a cold pack, it helps to ease the inflammation, and that is how it brings down your pain. However, there's an additional mechanism that comes into action here is whenever you've applied cold packs, you might have realized that you feel a bit numb in that area. So, because the cold will numb the area a little bit, there is there's something that happens at the level of your brain. So, the nerves that carry that cold sensation up into your brain can the and then there is the nerves that carry the pain sensation up into your brain. The nerves that carry the cold sensation will take precedence, and they will make the sensation of pain sorry, the nerves that carry the sensation of pain will have to wait, and that sensation of cold goes into the brain. So your brain will not perceive the pain sensation so much. It will perceive more of that numbness feeling because of the cold pack. So it's like, it's called a pain gate mechanism. So think of, if there's a gate here, so there's a gate to your brain, and then there are these nerves that are carrying the sensation of cold, and then there are these nerves that are carrying the sensation of pain. The nerves with the pain sensation have to wait at the gate, and the nerves which are carrying the sensation of cold or that numbness get pass can pass through the pain gate. So it's like one takes precedence over the other. So the pain is still there, it's just that the pain is getting sorted out in the area locally, but your brain is not perceiving it so much. So there are these two mechanisms that are acting when you apply a cold pack. So usually cold packs are, if you feel really sore at the end of the day or mid of the day, you feel like, suppose you have neck pain, you feel really sore in your neck, or you feel tiredness in your neck, a cold pack works better for that. Having said that, there is no right or wrong. It's not that if you have a tired neck or a sore neck and you apply a hot pack, something wrong is going to happen. You probably are not going to get the results that you would had you applied a cold pack. And the same thing is applicable to a hot pack. So if you have morning stiffness and you apply a cold pack, it's not, most probably not going to make your morning stiffness worse, unless you have rheumatoid arthritis, which probably it will matter if you put a hot pack or a cold pack. But usually this, it will not matter. And the sorry, I got distracted there with one of the comments. It's the hot pack or the cold pack, what do you apply is not, whatever you apply, suppose you apply a cold pack where you're supposed to apply a hot pack, it's not going to give do any harm to the area, it's just not going to give you the best results. However, there are people who respond better to a hot pack than to a cold pack. So at the end of the day, the gist of the story is listen to your body. So for me, I know my neck responds better to a hot pack, whereas my back responds better to a cold pack. So things can be different within your body. Things can be different from one person to another when it comes to a hot pack or a cold pack. So see what works best for you. Usually people who have sensory distribution, we're talking about who should not use a hot pack or cold pack, is people who have sensory disturbances, such as if you cannot figure out whether something is hot or cold, obviously you should not be using a hot pack or a cold pack, because you can get a burn from a hot pack, you can also get a cold burn from a cold pack. um, and for heat, usually people with uncontrolled diabetes or blood pressure issues or skin conditions that get aggravated with heat are advised not to use a hot pack. So probably a cold pack is more their thing. Okay, so just one word of caution: if you're using a hot pack or a cold pack, please make sure that there is a layer of cloth in between your skin and the hot pack or cold pack, so that you don't get a burn. Yes, cold packs can also give you a burn like a hot pack. Alrighty, so I hope that's cleared some of the confusion between hot packs and cold packs. And if you have any questions, any comments on this video, do drop them below and I will address them for you. Also, if you're looking for some tips like this or some easy solutions to manage your joint pains or spinal, that is back and neck pain, you can join my free community. I will leave a link in the description of this video. Now, in my community, I've done a couple of trainings. There are trainings on ankle sprains, heel pain, that is from heel spurs, back pain, neck pain. There's one that we just finished yesterday that was on cervicogenic headaches, or headaches at the back of the head that come onto the side due to a neck problem. So there are a couple of trainings in there. So yeah, feel free to access those. Once you have access to my community, you have a lifelong access to these trainings. Alrighty, I'll see you guys next time.